Look at me, men of my fatherland, setting out on the last road, looking into the last light of day, the last I will ever see. The god of death who puts us all to bed, takes me down to the banks of Acheron alive. Denied my part in the wedding songs. No wedding, songs in the dusk has crowned my marriage. I go to wed the lord of the dark waters.
Not crowned with glory or with dirge, you leave for the deep pit of the dead. No withering illness laid you low, no strokes of the sword. A law to yourself, alone. No mortal like you, ever. You go down to the halls of death, alive and breathing.
But think of Niobe. Well, I know her story. Think what a living death she died. Tantalus' daughter, stranger, queen from the east. There on the mountain heights, growing stone, binding as ivory, slowly walled her around, and the rains will never cease. The legends say the snows will never leave her, wasting away under her brows in tears. Showering down her breasting ridge and slopes, a rocky death like hers put me to sleep.
But she was God, born of gods, and we are only mortals, born to die. And yet, of course, it's a great thing for a dying girl to hear, even to hear she shares a destiny equal to the gods, during life and latter, once she's dead.
Oh, you mock me. Why, in the name of all my father's gods, why can't you wait till I'm gone? Must you abuse me to my face? Oh, my city, all your fine rich sons, and you springs of the Dirce, holy grove of Thebes, where the chariots gather. You at least, you'll bear my witness. Look, unmourned by friends and forced by such crude laws, I go to my rock-bound prison, strange new tomb, always a stranger. Oh, dear God, I have no home on earth, and none below, not with the living, not with the breathless dead.
You went too far, the last limits of daring, smashing against the high throne of justice. Your life's in ruins, child. I wonder, do you pay for your father's terrible ordeal?
There, at last you've touched it, the worst pain, the worst anguish. Raking up the grief for father, 3 times over, for all the doom that struck us down, the brilliant house of lice. Oh, mother, your marriage bed, the coiling horrors, the coupling there, you and your own son, my father, doom-struck mother. Such were my parents, and I their wretched child. I go to them now, cursed, unwed, to share their home. I am a stranger. Oh, dear brother, doomed. In your marriage murders mine. Your dying drags me down to death alive.
Reverence asks some reverence in return, but attacks on power never go unchecked. Not by the man who holds the reins of power. Your own blind will, your passion has destroyed you.
No one to weep for me, my friends. No wedding song. They take me away, in all my pain. The road lies open, waiting. Never again the law forbids me to see the sacred eye of day. I am agony. No tears for the destiny that's mine. No loved one mourns my death.
Can't you see? If a man could wail his own dirge before he dies, he'd never finish. Take her away, quickly. Wall her up in the tomb. You have your orders. Abandon her there, alone, and let her choose, death or a buried life with a good roof for shelter. As for myself, my hands are clean. This young girl, dead or alive, she will be stripped of her rights, her stranger's rights, here in the world above.
O tomb, my bridal bed, my house, my prison, cut in the hollow rock, my everlasting watch. I'll soon be there, soon embrace my own, the great growing family of our dead. Persephone has received among her ghosts. I, the last of them all, the most relieved by far, go down before my destined times run out. But still I go, cherishing one good hope. My arrival may be dear to father, dear to you, my mother, dear to you, my loving brother. Edicles, when you died, I washed you with my hands. I dressed you all. I poured the sacred cups across your tombs. But now, Polynices, because I laid your body out as well, this is my reward. Nevertheless, I honored you. The decent will admit it, well, and wisely too. Never, I tell you. If I had been the mother of children, or if my husband died, exposed and rotting, I'd never have taken this ordeal upon myself, never defied our people's will. What law, you ask, do I satisfy with what I say? A husband dead, there might have been another. My child, but another too, if I had lost the first. But mother and father both lost in the halls of death. no brother could ever spring to light again. For this law alone I held you first in honor. For this, Creon the king judges me a criminal, guilty of dreadful outrage, my dear brother. And now he leads me off, a captive in his hands, with no part in the bridey song, the bridey bed. Denied all joy of marriage, raising children, deserted so by loved ones, struck by fate. I descend alive to the caverns of the dead. What law of the mighty gods have I transgressed? Why look to the heavens any more, tormented as I am? Whom to call? What comrades now? Just think, my reverence only brands me for irreverence. Very well, if this is the pleasure of the gods, once I suffer, I will know that I was wrong. But if these men are wrong, let them suffer. Nothing worse than they mete out to me, these masters of injustice.